First things first, a Chicago police officer beat another police officer. Check it out.
To some breaking news this Sunday night. Disturbing claims coming out of Chicago's 7th District. One officer now accused of beating another. Sources tell CBS News Chicago the two were involved in a romantic relationship. Our Andrew Ramos is live outside the 7th District with this shocking assault and how everything happened as we know it, at least right now. Andrew, good evening.
Hey, good evening, Chris. Now, we were told that Chicago police officer identified as 30-year-old Francisco Galvan waited in this parking lot right outside the 7th Police District for about an hour for his girlfriend, who is another officer and was on duty at the time when he attacked her, leading up to 7 officers to intervene to restrain him. The incident happened late Thursday evening. According to a police report filed in the case and obtained by CBS News Chicago, the victim, who we are not identifying, was sitting in her patrol car when Galvan opened her door and pulled her out, pinned her to the pavement, and attacked her. Other officers who witnessed the assault intervened and restrained him. They would later smell alcohol emanating from Galvan, the police report said. Several empty cans of alcohol also found in his pickup truck that the off-duty officer drove to the 7th District himself. Galvan was later taken into questioning where he appeared to be intoxicated, falling into a deep sleep where he later vomited on himself, the police report said. The victim in the case acknowledged that the two were in a relationship and she did not wish to pursue charges. It still remains unclear what led Galvan to attack her.
You know why.
Now, Officer Galvan was charged with domestic battery as well as driving under the influence. He was also cited with transporting and carrying an open container of alcohol. He's back in court on September 13th. Reporting live from outside the 7th Police District, Andrew Ramos.
And he's back on the job. Give me a round of applause for that. And he's back on the job. He pissed off. He jealous. It's a lot going on. She might be married. She might be in a relationship. She might have spun him. Look, the key here is these are the people that are policing you inside of Chicago. That's number one. B, never, ever, under any circumstance, ever take a dump where you make your money at. You never, ever do that. Listen, under no circumstance do you ever mix business with pleasure. You keep it 100% G. You never mix business with pleasure. You do not get into relationships. I know that y'all think that it's cute. Oh, but my grandfather did it. My great-grandfather met his... Look. Do not mix business with pleasure. Stop talking to people on the job. I know y'all that's listening to me in the warehouse, you probably got you a little work wife, got your little work husband inside of the call center. You know what I'm saying? Your relationship had never been any better when you working from home, but now you back on the job and now you feeling some type of way. You getting all extra dressed up. You putting on that new bra, that push-up bra. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about getting things done to your body. Look, never, ever, 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 ever under any circumstances get yourself in a relationship that's going to mess up your money. And one of the ways that you got to do that is prevent yourself from doing it on the job. Some of y'all little supervisors, you got a supervisor position. Now you want to bust down all of the women on the job. I know what y'all got going. Plant life is crazy too. Shout out to the people that's working on the line. Now you over there fighting him over somebody else's wife. Y'all fighting. 2 guys fighting. She married over a chick that's on the line because she busting it down for a real one. Man, look, y'all out here mixing business with pleasure. Y'all messy. Y'all messy out here in these streets. Do not ever, ever mess up the money. Mess up the money by getting, and some of y'all that's in corporate America, exerting your power. Now you got a little position. You got a little opportunity to tell people what to do. Hey, no, keep on giving the cute one a good shift. Keep on giving her all of the good assignments, the easy assignments. She keep get her out of there. Get her out of there. Get her out of there. You're going to find yourself bind it up like Nate. All right. I'm trying to tell you, don't put yourself in a position. You have to be fair across the board. And it is never going to work out for you in any way, shape, or form. It's never going to work out for you when you mixing business with pleasure on a job. Stay out of the mix. All right. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, A deadly shooting at a Vallejo. Vallejo. I learned about Vallejo from, I think, E40 and the rappers. Another deadly shooting at a Vallejo Sideshow with a ring of fire around it.
A person was killed and at least one other injured at a Vallejo Sideshow overnight. Police found the victim just off Highway 37 near Lewis Brown Drive. And Dawn Lynn has the story.
A large sideshow with flames. It seems participants are upping the antics by pouring gasoline in the intersection to start a ring of fire with cars spinning donuts around it. Neighbors say there were dozens of cars and at least 100 spectators. They say it happened at the intersection of Lewis Brown and B.W. Williams Drives on Saturday between 12 and 12:40 a.m.
It did wake us up. I have two babies, so it woke up the youngest one, and they had fireworks going, so that's definitely what woke us up.
Katie and her family live near the intersection. She says sideshows are very common there, and sometimes people involved would fire their guns. So it wasn't a big surprise when Vallejo police say a man was shot and killed.
It's scary. It's terrifying. I love this community. I love Vallejo, but gun violence is an issue in our community.
Vallejo police say they received a call about the shooting just after 12:40 a.m. Two witnesses say they heard about 20 shots. Officers found a man with at least one gunshot wound. He died at the scene. No motive at this time. Detectives are trying to find out if he was a sideshow participant, spectator, or a passerby.
Both frustration and anger.
Mayor Robert McConnell says they have an interim police chief with roughly 70 officers. They're down by about 60 officers, missing almost half of the police force.
How do y'all think that this is going to turn out for these cities? They got 70. They supposed to have 130 police officers. They got 70 total. All shifts, all three shifts. Down 60 police officers, total of 70. Bay Area is out of control. I mean, oh my gosh. Half of the police force is gone.
With help from allied agencies, he says officers arrested several people connected to the sideshow.
There were a total, I think, of 5 people arrested, one of which was a juvenile. One was taken to jail, the other were cited and
They don't even have no mayor. They got an interim mayor.
Already installed sideshow deterrent barriers at 20 locations, but Caltrans has jurisdiction over this intersection. Mayor McConnell and Councilwoman Christina Arriola would also like to increase punishment for both participants and spectators. Councilwoman Arriola and some residents even protested outside of a CHP office last month to demand help from the state.
Especially the governor who deployed all those units to Oakland. Well, give us a little bit too, you know? We could certainly use the help.
After the sideshow and shooting in Vallejo, many of the participants and spectators took over streets in Crockett, Richmond, and Oakland. Katie says these sideshows aren't just kids having innocent fun. They're dangerous.
I would hate for something to happen.
And most of those cars are stolies. I'm going to just tell y'all. Those ain't they cars, so they don't really care about them. They just going to dog them out, all right? Shout out to all of the people over there. I got my girl. Let me call my girl, Michaela, real quick. She just texted me.
Good morning.
What's up, baby girl? I'm on a live stream. How you feel?
I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing well. We streaming on Wednesday?
Wednesday is pretty booked up for me. I can give you a Thursday.
All right, we'll figure it out. I'm going to call you as soon as I get off the live stream, all right?
All right, baby.
All right, bye. Shout out to my girl, Michaela Montgomery. That's my homie. We've been talking, kicking it. We going to rock out. So I promise y'all this week, we're going to give y'all one of the dopest live streams ever. It is going to be absolutely, positively on 10. I promise you it's going to be on 10. So we planning things. We putting things together. We're going to make sure that y'all taken care of. But last but not least, also Hilton Shutters and Hotel, a historic hotel The last hotel, well, maybe not the last hotel, but a hotel that's close to Oakland's airport, it should be pretty interesting to see how that turns out. When a hotel that's attached to the airport can't even survive, that's pretty bad over in Oakland.
Hilton Hotel next to the Oakland airport will officially shut down on Wednesday, but today was its last day of operation. For many workers, it was also their last day at work as hotel guests checked out at noon today.
It is the latest major blow to the Hagenberger Airport corridor. A lot of restaurants have shut down in the last 18 months because of crime in the area. Don Lynn's got the story.
In 40 years.
40 years.
Did y'all see all of those hotels? Hold on, let me see something real quick. Let me back that up real quick. Everything is closed. Everything is closing in Oakland. Everything is closing. When you don't have no businesses, you don't really have a tax base. When you don't have any revenue coming in, when you don't have any jobs for people to go to, when you have nothing for people to do, that's literally death for a city. They are dying as far as their economic base, which is going to lead to more crime over in Oakland. Come on, y'all. Wake up.
Yeah. Don Lynn's got the story.
In 40 years.
40 years.
Gina, thank you.
The final checkout on Sunday led to the final embrace for many Hilton workers.
Thank you. Good luck, huh?
Ijigulema, better known as Gigi to his co-worker, spent 35 years at this Hilton working as a bellman and guest service agent.
This is my last day today.
We all heartbroken right now. I spend more time here than my house. So the emotional effect is very high.
Sunday was the last day for many Hilton workers. Gigi says it was more than a job. It was one big family, all 152 workers.
Yesterday we
Another
had
152 workers laid off over in Oakland.
a reunion here. All the old-timers, we were crying, hugging, We wish everybody, a good luck.
Most of the employees are work long time here. We have a lot of memories on the place. It's our second home, second home.
I have, 150 people that I'd known, and now we're all going to be split apart. So, and I've been over here for 20 years.
Jude Correa thought he would retire here. Now he and many co-workers are looking for new jobs.
Every time a door closes, there's a better opportunity on the other side.
Hilton officials did not say.
Nope. Don't. That's not always the case. I know that we like to be positive, but sometimes that's just the end of an era, and that's just the end of it.
Why they're closing after 56 years of operating next to the Oakland airport. But the workers believe it's the result of the pandemic and crime. Gigi says losing the Raiders and the Warriors also led to fewer sports fans booking the hotel.
Crime is high. A lot of our customer vehicle been broken. The hotel bus has been stolen, taken. Catalytic converter has been taken.
The hotel sits on about 20 acres, a large campus with multiple buildings, 15,000 square feet of event space, and 360 rooms. It joins a growing list of businesses that's left Oakland.
We feel the weight. That's my father's legacy. For decades, it took a lot for him to build up that corridor in partnership with other leaders, the Port of Oakland, the businesses.
Councilwoman Treva Reed represents the
Look at that. Look at that, y'all. That don't concern y'all. Y'all not out here like, man, listen, we got to change. We got to fix it. The core of America, the core of any great city, the core of our states is businesses, it's small businesses, it's inspiring people, is visitors coming in, tourism, sports teams. That's the whole reason. It's partnerships. That's the thing that funds your cities and lowers crime and gives people a purpose to continue to move about and do things productive and inspire them to continue to build more businesses. When you see a city dying, a dying city, trust me, I've seen it. And I'm so thankful that I get to see the revival of my own personal city after so many years. I remember when I used to come downtown, because I used to come down here for high school all the time, and then my mom used to work downtown for a minute, and I would go and visit my uncle over at EDS or whatever, and it was nothing happening in downtown Detroit while I was in high school. And now to see it so vibrant, even to the point to where I moved into the core of the city, it's a beautiful thing. So I know what it feels like to see a city dying like this. And it's unfortunate. It is. It is a very, very, very sad state of things. And it's messed up.
Business Corridor. She says she could not get some of the elected leaders to devote more resources in this area.
I don't think that we're failing. I think that it's crumbling. I think
and we disillusioned at the same time.
That there has been a failure of commitment to our district and to having our back.
The Port of Oakland owns the Hilton property and will take.
If anybody know who this woman is, I think she's a council person for Oakland. Y'all find out. I need to get her on the show. I need to understand what's going on.
Some time to decide what to do with it.
And my concern is what's going to happen with their large campus. What type of people are going to take over their property, and does the city have a plan for that?
Some neighbors worry the homeless will break in and take over the buildings.
They will.
As a longtime resident, Gigi also worries about the future of this property and his city.
Bye-bye, Hilton. Bye-bye. I don't see you no more. 35 years I spent my life here. Ciao, Hilton. Adios.
No more hotel guests. Workers say a small amount of people will stay on for a few more days to clean up the site before the hotel officially closes on Wednesday. And there's one more big closure coming in this area. The A's will play their final home game down the street at the end of next month.
That's so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. And we have let crime rip this entire country apart and all of these democratic cities. But ladies and gentlemen, that is your Quick Hits.